It is important because as a little girl, I was looking up to female astronauts, and that's all I had to look up to. There was really no one in the actual industries that I could go and talk to and learn from. And so I believe that that when I go out there and I talk about what I do, and I talk about the great things that we accomplish as women in STEM and what we represent and what we give back, I believe that encourages and empowers the little girls to know that they don't have to be an astronaut to achieve what they want to achieve in the field. They can do it by doing something else. And there are a lot of fantastic positions within aerospace and aviation. It doesn't have to be that high. So I believe just being there and talking about it and empowering them, encouraging them, that's been great.
What kind of impact can advocacy have?
Representation, getting women into the field, and they will advocate for it, and other people will see. The more women they see, it's that representation that will get them to get involved. And I believe one of the reasons we haven't seen a lot of women getting into STEM fields is because most of the pamphlets and advertisements and commercials, when it comes to the workspaces that the STEM workspaces, is mainly male. And when it comes to females, they are represented in a different way, whereas a girl might not be, down and dirty, and that doesn't really happen all the time. So I believe it's important to advocate for what is true, and that will get more girls and women involved. Many women I talk to in STEM, when I asked them how they get involved, it's mainly at high school level. You don't hear many of them saying, oh, when I was 4, this is what I wanted to be. And it's important to start them at very young age, because it just gets in their heads. And they will strive. There are many things that you need to learn from early ages in order to do a better job when you're older. That's my personal opinion. And girls are always, like, when you go into the toy stores, you can see that. When you go into the curriculums in after hours, you can see that. So it is important to get them interested as young as possible, so that you can nurture if they are good at that, or if they want to continue with that, you can nurture that later on. It can be very rough on many days, but I think at the end of the day, representation matters. So I take that as again, as a calling to be able to represent women in such a male-dominated field. And I take that with me on the rough days, on days that I feel like I'm not heard, and on days that I feel like, I wish I were a male, and that has happened before. So just knowing that I'm empowering and encouraging other girls and women to get into the field, I think that's what's got me through it.